Well, welcome to 4 DMs and a Noob. I am the Noob, Joshua Waslosik, and today, episode 9. Probably going to be the heist, people. Get ready if all goes according to plan. Last episode, we split up. Basil and Gwen went ahead and followed our tiefling friend and found out he was pretty sloshed. Didn't do anything with that yet, but Basil is coming to report to us what they have found. Meanwhile, Norm, Jonu, and Solomon went ahead and scouted the jewelers. Jonu and Norm went into the jewelers and kind of hatched a plan. Being the noob I am, I went ahead and used our real names. Lesson learned there. Don't use your real names when trying to be sneaky. So basically, I convinced the one of the owners to give us a little tour. He wasn't interested in selling, which was my plan to try and make it seem like we wanted to buy, but he was very very kind of proud of the fact that they'd never been broken into. So we worked that into the conversation and convinced him to let our master, Basil, again, apologies for using real names, to give us a tour. And hopefully that's how we are going to steal this jewel that we need. So for those of you that aren't aware, 4 DMs and a Noob is a podcast where we have 4 experienced D&D players who are going to rotate being the D&D to give a unique take from episode to episode of their own DMing je ne sais quoi, if you will. And then I am the noob. This is my first time playing D&D, and I provide the podcast editing, if you will. I'd like to think I have a very good imagination. So, that being said, let us meet our squad, our ragtag group. Let's start with the man that isn't here for this episode. He hasn't been here for the last few episodes. Let's start with Zach. Zach, who is playing Norm. Tell us a little bit about Norm, Zach.
So Norm is our resident plasmoid monk. So reaching out the tentacle slap of justice. He's going to be backpacking his way through, trying to gather up as much information and just being some eyes and ears for the whole situation, as it were.
Next, we have Chase, whose character's name is Basil. Tell us a little bit about Basil, Chase.
How's it going? Chase Esmiel here. I play Basil of the Rue. He is a Haragon who is a bard / rogue, finding himself as a rogue more recently, doing things in a different way than he's done in the past. So just excited for a heist. Don't think I've ever actually played a heist in any of my D&D campaigns, so I'm excited. Let's
go to Dan the Man, who's playing Gwen.
How's it going? I'm Dan Weber, and I play Gwendolyn Lepar. That's with 5 L's, but you can call me Gwen. Former sadistic serial killer turned pacifist cleric, and yeah, I'm just excited to steal some shit.
Of course, I am Joshua, playing Jonu, the man with no memory. And hey, maybe that's why I gave away our real names. Come on, I didn't know you were supposed to not do that, right? So, trying to navigate through this world and excited for this heist as well. He thinks he has a plan. Will it work? That's the goal of this episode. And finally, our DM once again for this episode, for the 4th episode here, is Ryan playing Solon. Ryan, tell us about Solon.
Solon has experienced his first time investigating from the ground level, and he hates it. So he doesn't see that he can bring too much to this heist, but hopefully the plan that everyone's got cooked up will incorporate him in a way that will boost his confidence.
Well, with that being said, Ryan, take it away.
All right, guys, welcome back. After where we left off in the last episode is we were all heading back to the meeting place, I believe, and we were about to discuss our findings.
Except for Gwen. Gwen, you stayed behind, right? Or did you decide to come?
I had stayed behind, and I was going to wait for either the guy to come out of the bar and follow him unless, depending on what you guys found and what you told Basil, he was going to come and get me and I was going to meet him.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone but Gwen is going to meet up at the place, and that's where we left off. So we'll say that we start when everyone's arrived. The sun is starting to sink towards its lower quarter in the sky, and where y'all are at, you're in the center of a bunch of buildings, so it's a little bit dim lighted there because the sun is starting to go behind the buildings behind you. So what do y'all want to do? You're all meeting here for the first time. Do you want to share information?
Basil sees everybody kind of not hastily but quickly walks over and like, well, we have an opportunity that can be beneficial to us in our revenge, in our opportunity with the heist, but our friend that gave us the job is quite sloshed right now, and it could give us an opportunity for a scapegoat. So I think we could all go back to quickly to back where Gwen is, and we can maybe go get our friend for future endeavors.
Should we tell you what we...
Oh, well, yeah, sorry, of course. I apologize. What happened?
So me and Norm were able to go inside to kind of scout and... first, apologies. I did use your name. But, anyways,
Wait, what?
Basil's just kind of looking at the ground. I could just keep going.
We convinced him that you were great royalty from your homeland, and that we'd be very interested for first by
What is my homeland?
What was it, Norm?
Waterdeep on the
that's
Storm
not
Coast.
my homeland. That's where I last was. But okay, keep going.
I'm sorry, I just met you yesterday.
That's fair.
But they weren't interested in selling, but they bragged about their security systems, and I mentioned that you may be interested to learning what they did, because according to them, they've never been broken into. And so I told him that you would come in tomorrow to check out these security systems. I think you can convince him to open up the safe where the jewel is, and that can be our opportunity to steal it.
I think it is quite important for us to get back to Gwen, and then we can all get this information and then go our ways with it as quickly as possible. But if you're saying I'm royalty, I definitely don't look like royalty right now. I have the bare minimum on me. So that is something we'll have to rectify as soon as possible.
Yes, agreed.
All right.
Should we go back to Gwen?
Yes.
All right, Gwen. You are currently outside of the location, and what do you see? Are you
What
going?
do I see?
Are you going around? My bad. Are you going?
I see the guy I'm looking for, and he falls asleep in front of me,
backwards rolls?
naked, next to a set of fine-looking Harrington clothes.
And he chops off his body parts and offers them to me.
So you're still standing outside of the place, or did you go into the place and are kind of waiting things out?
No, when I once I got out, I went back to my last position, watching the front door, and just hanging out, waiting, because that's where Basil's expecting me.
Okay. All right, so you wait for a long time, and you see people come and go, but the man you're waiting for is like he has not left the premise, from what you can see from your location.
Okay. Yeah, I stay still.
Yeah.
All right.
We all show up. I walk over to Gwen. Once again, tell me one more time, why did you use my name?
I don't know. I've lost my memory.
But not your common sense. Like,
Apparently, I did. Sorry.
all right, so just tell the man.
So, don't worry. I only used my name, so you're safe.
Yeah, everyone else.
Just me and you, buddy. So here's the plan. I convinced him that Basil is of great royalty. And first I offered to buy the venue, which he declined. But they were very, very boastful about how no one had ever broken into their establishment.
Oh, yeah, they always are.
Yeah. So I convinced him to have my master Basil to come and maybe see for himself and maybe glean some insight onto how they do that. I think Basil can convince him to open up the safe and let down all the guards and measures, and that can be a chance for us to steal the jewel that we're after.
Well, I think that is just some swell forward thinking you're doing there. And I'm sure that you've gotten lots of guff for using names already. And that, hey, one mistake is a lesson learned. And I guarantee that'll never happen again. So you know what? You tried your best and you just keep on trying. And I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. As far as the plan, I do think it's a promising one. It is, however, a very common one. I don't know that there's a couple ways to rob, upscale places. There's the smash and grab. There's kidnapping families. There's kidnapping the person, forcing them to do it by torture. There's having people on the inside let you in. There's breaking in through the ceiling or through the underground. There's using magic. There's lots of different ways to do it. Talking your way in it's not an uncommon one. So you do got to remember that if they are good at their job, now don't believe a word they said about never being robbed. They've been robbed before. They just won't say it because that's just bad business. You can't brag about security and also say your security shit. So just be aware. It is a good plan, and it's as good as any of the other ones I mentioned. They all have their risks, the pros and cons. But just you always got to be aware of the blind spots in your plan. And that's that pretentious people. I've never met the man who runs this place, but I've met a lot and eaten a lot like him. And they always taste pretentious because they are. But part of that is because it's earned. When they run a jewelry store, or when they're a jeweler that's well established enough to be robbed by, an organization like we're doing that only keeps it for 3 days and then moves it on, things like this. It's not their first rodeo. So sometimes they like to feign ignorance to goad you into showing yourself a little bit. They may even open up a couple weak spots to see if you jump at them. So just remember, like I was telling my friend Basil here, it's all about patience, okay? So that's my only advice. I think your plan is a swell one. I think I have a plan that I might be able to help you. If it doesn't look like this guy's coming out anytime soon, he might have left through the side. But we can go and see if he's there. But if I have time before the jeweler's closes, I'd like to go in and see if I can use some of this new holy magic I got. I've been talking to Eldeth a little bit, and doesn't exactly respond. But I know that there's things that I can do that I wasn't able to do before, and I'm just really excited to try some of these things out. But I think that if I can get in there and I might be able to plant kind of like a surveillance device in there where I could scope it out and see if I can give you any information on your little journey here.
By the way, I told them just in my brief, I've told them about the layout and everything and how the safe looks, just for that sake.
Okay.
And Norm told us all that it is a giant diamond to fix in the middle.
Then I turned to Gwen and say, "Hey, that sounds like a good idea. Just don't forget the weak points." And then I kind of walk away.
And also the door has a giant diamond in the middle of it.
We heard you talk about it.
It's the biggest rock I've ever seen. It was amazing.
Yes. The big diamond. We're focused on one jewel, not this big diamond.
Why not both?
If the
I'm
opportunity
sorry.
is there.
I am just
hey,
very excited about the fact that it was the size of an elephant's testicles.
So while he does that, Basil, we need to see about if this is the plan and you want to do it, we need to get you dressed up.
Oh, well, yeah. So along the way, I was seeing if there was anybody that was in really nice clothing that would fit me. Or like maybe I see a store that has really nice clothing.
how was the
that
halfling's clothing at the bookstore?
It seemed very like, just like he didn't care too much about how he looked. Just
Like the owner of a bookstore?
almost like
No offense to the owners of all of our bookstore listeners.
he dresses like certain copyrighted short people and
Bahits.
bobbits, the bobbits.
Bahits.
I thought you were talking about Keebler elves.
Dang it! All right, so
So how much time do we have before stores start closing? Because that decides if I stop stalking this guy or not.
from what you've seen, it's like individual store dependent when they want to close, but most people start to close like probably within an hour from now.
Would y'all like to abandon this one for now and focus on the...
Yeah, get the task at hand. And then look for nice clothing along the way.
Like he's a lush today, he'll be a lush tomorrow.
That's true. And then also with this all, I do need to find a mask, something that would cover my identity, especially if you said I am from Waterdeep. The Lord of Waterdeep, they usually wear masks and are very secretive on who they are. So,
Sounds good.
those are the two things that I require for this operation. Would be those two things. So if we see that along the way, let's keep an eye out for it.
All right, so you are just scouting around, seeing if you can find a place.
Yeah, while he walks towards the other store.
Okay. What direction do you head to?
The same direction he's going towards that store, but where I'm like looking for other stores.
Towards the bookstore.
No, not towards the bookstore. To the jewelry, because that's what he's gonna.
Okay, so you're walking down that way. Well, you walk down that way. We'll say you exit towards the north of the market,
Okay.
and you do see one tailor shop
All right.
that hasn't closed yet,
Okay.
and it's to your left as you're walking towards the direction of the jewelry shop.
As we're walking that way, I look at Sloan and I was like, "Hey, the last time we were at kind of like a tailor store, you went out back with the owner for quite some time. I don't really think it was that long that you did that for, but
Oh, it was.
do you think you could do this to this next owner? Get this?
It depends.
Okay. I just want them distracted while I get my fine wares. And what's more distracting than you right now?
Sure. We'll see. We'll see. I have to see this owner first.
That's fair. I mean, obviously you don't just want to sleep with anyone, do you?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't.
All right. I just didn't think it was anyone you do. 4 hours?
All right. So you want us to walk in?
Yeah.
Okay. So you and Solon start walking into the store. Are y'all waiting for us, or are y'all going to go do something else?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Do you keep going towards?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to order my eye.
Okay. You keep going towards the jeweler. And Norm, where do you go?
Norm.
Well, so we enter the store, and in the store we see the tailor behind the counter, and it is an old male dwarf.
I look at you and I'm like, eh?
No.
All right. Do the tailor and all these things look really nice in there? Is it quite elegant? Or
So from what you see, it seems above average. I mean,
Okay.
nothing like extremely high. Like they're not like importing like fine silks or anything into this place.
Okay.
But it is nice quality. But it is not. It does not seem to be any like high end materials. Nothing that you would expect a Lord of Waterdeep to be wearing.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, Ugh. We need something just in case. Excuse me. I kind of go up to the dwarf.
Oh yes. What do you want?
I'm looking for some fine wares that I could fit a Hiragon such as myself. The finest quality that you have.
Right. We sell things for smaller folk here, but what do you need?
Well, the finest quality that you have. Do you have any silks by chance? I don't see them, but I have to ask.
We have a few silks, but we'll normally use it for the vests and some ties, and that's about all we use the silks for the smaller garment pieces.
You probably would have to make this. Do you have anything already pre-made that's my size?
Let me look. He turns around and starts walking towards the back, and you see him disappear around a corner. Are you gonna wait a while?
I haven't. Well, I'll look to see if I see anything that I can take quickly.
Around the area, you seem to see that it's mostly for people that are of medium size, more humanoid.
Okay. Well, then I have to wait.
And he comes back around. I think I got something for you that you could wear.
Let me see.
He pulls it out, and it looks like it's a child's suit.
A fine quality.
It's above average. It does have a silk vest, though.
Well, see, here's the thing.
There's no tie.
I'm new to I'm new to the city, and I really need this to work on getting my citizenship. I just came today, and I want to look my finest as I meet.
You're not a citizen yet.
No. Well, I mean, how does it work? Like, I'm new to the city. From what I understand, I was told I can get some things, but I apparently still have to apply or something of this manner. But
I see.
But I want to look my best,
Of course. All right, well, I'll just leave this on the counter, and you can take it if you want.
I appreciate it. Do you have a tie, by the way?
No.
Any silk scarves that I could stuff and make it like a
Not silk scarves, no.
All right, well, I appreciate it. And I just grab it and walk out.
Of course. All right, so
Yeah.
and so once he sees you leave, he follows you from behind you and just keeps walking with you. And so now we're all back outside of in front of the store.
Yeah, I was like, this probably won't do. I need a cloak and a mask as soon as possible. Something that's nicer quality. So I'm gonna look on people as they walk, and also.
From what I've heard, you need to look pretty dang good in order to impersonate a Lord of Waterdeep.
Yes, you do. This is just.
And you are gnarly, man. Like just matted fur, and we just got out of prison.
Well, yeah, I understand.
We
that,
haven't slept
that's why I said
really.
the cloak. That's why a mask. Hide my. This.
Just make sure you take a bath tonight.
Oh, definitely. So while we're out waiting, is there anything that pops up like a
Pops up? No.
as we walk and look?
Going towards the jewelry shop, that is the only tailor that you see. Do you want to approach? So as you walk by, you do see a fur store where they
Yeah, I'll walk into the first store as well and see, just walk in, see what happens. And I bring Sloan again with me, and I'm like, what's the owner there?
All right. We walk into the All right. We walk into the fur, and back behind the counter, we see a young little gnome girl, and next to her is a young but older and adult female dragonborn.
I look over at Sloan. I'm like, eh?
Yeah, why not?
Which one do you want?
Excuse me.
Huh? I said
The dragonborn.
Okay, perfect.
The
I don't think I could fit in her. I mean, like, I would just be throwing
Oh
like a
my
sausage down the hallway.
gosh. You know we're in a fur store, right?
On that boat?
Well, I guess I could throw my whole balti into her. But anyways.
Oh my goodness. That's not
Alright.
a full-grown gnome.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you God. We're gonna skin you and sell you.
Well, all right.
Alright.
Anyways.
Alright. Let me do this.
All right, I'm...
Alright, so Solon goes and walks up. A little more confident now. And you see...
Oh, I give you bardic inspiration, baby.
Alright. So he has
You still have blessed
bardic
and bardic.
inspiration. And it's a D6 right now, currently, right?
Yes, it's
Oh, Bless is worn off a long time.
yeah,
ago.
1d6. Yeah.
But he walks up and you see him do this, like, brings his chest back and the bones of his wings do a little fluff out, but then nothing really moves. You just get like a wiggle and no actual movement from the extension. But he shivers a little bit as he's walking forward, and then just keeps like pushing forward and walking towards the dragonborn. And
Go on, flirt with yourself.
just a normal day, you know. Okay.
What you do me, I do me.
Oh man.
And as you're doing this, I'm also looking around this door to see if there's things that I can take.
So you see someone like flirting with the dragonborn.
Yeah.
You're not paying too much attention, just kind of get a vibe if it's going successful or it's not going successful, and you're busy like looking around and seeing what you can get out of this place. From what you can tell, it's going pretty successful.
Okay.
And it kind of ends with the dragonborn like getting really excited a little bit, and looks like she left the little gnome in charge.
Okay.
And you see Solon like look back and kind of give you like a half-hearted wave, and then goes towards the back with
And I'm
the
like,
dragonborn.
no, there's no gesture I can do to make say do it quick like a bunny. Just humping the air real quick.
Oh my! All right, so right now in the store, it's just you and the little gnome girl.
Does she seem like she's keeping an eye on me at all?
Yes,
Okay.
but like very hard. Like she is like staring at you, like wide eyes, like not keeping her eyes off you.
You want to see me pull a magician out of a hat?
I go up to the little gnome. By chance, do you have anything that is much finer quality than this? And I show her like the suit that I have, or a robe that can go with this and make it, kind of disappear in the beauty of the robe.
Yeah.
Would you like to show me?
Sure.
Lead the way.
She walks up to the front of the store, and she just gestures towards everything on this side of the store is better than that suit.
Well, that's fair. This isn't the greatest suit. So I look around to see if there's anything that's like, what I'm looking for is like something that would be like black and like really be able to hide the suit.
So from what you can see, everything on this side of the store is built for yours and her size.
Okay. What is your finest robe that you have?
Well, I would say the finest robe that we have is this one over here. And she walks over and pulls one off the rack, and it has like this bluish black fur that coats it, and it seems to be a little feminine, but very nice quality. It's a cloak, so there's only so much femininity a cloak can have, but it has like 2 layers to where it looks like it's supposed to go over halfway down the arm on one layer, and then it goes down the rest of the way.
Okay. Well, it seems as you have quite a fine eye for these splendid wares.
Of course I do.
Which one do you think would really
This one?
go well with my suit? I know the suit's quality is very low, and that's why I came to your establishment.
Well, this one will hide that thing.
That's true. Oh, I forget. What's your name, by the way? My name is Gregory.
I am Doria Pelletheart,
Doria Pelliot. All right.
future Master Fur.
Oh, you're not the master then?
I know that my looks can deceive people, but no.
Definitely. Well, if you're not the master, like, are you just the apprentice? What is your title here?
Yes, I am the apprentice, but I am soon to be a master, and this right here is one of my finest works.
Oh, you made it. So you...
Of course.
Do you think that by having made it yourself, there's a little bit of a... Oh gosh, what's the wording?
Love, respect, quality.
No, you're a blind eye because of it being yours, not someone else's.
No, this is the best.
So you'd say you're better than the current master?
Yep.
I'm not even going to roll insight. This girl seems pretentious. There's no need. I'm like, all right, wonderful. I'll take it.
Okay, that'll be 600 gold.
No, I mean I'm going to take it.
No, it's 600 gold.
Oh, that's not what I was told. I think I was told new citizens get...
You just see like her face drop. And
I mean, I don't have much more time to be able to use it.
her face changes and she tries to give you the biggest, saddest eyes. And looks at you. You wouldn't take a little girl's cloak and hard work, would you?
Yes, I would. Because now I will proudly wear it on the streets of Eldoria and shout your names from the rooftop that you are going to be the finest.
Say that I am the finest and it's yours right now.
Oh, it's the finest
Here you
wares
go.
I've ever
Here you
seen.
go. Happy customer. Wonderful.
And do you have masks, by the way, or know where I could get a mask?
We can wrap your face in fur.
Again.
Seems redundant. Yeah, I think you should go check on your master now.
Yeah, okay. Bye. Don't forget to tell everyone.
Oh, I will tell everyone.
Wonderful. All right, and you walk out. And you walk out of the store.
Yeah, I walk out like it's a waste of time. But I do. Well, what I do is since I'm there, I change into all the. Well, no, I'm stinky and gross. Never mind. I just have it all.
As the door closes behind you, you see, "What are you doing?" And the door closes behind you.
No, I don't know. I'm just like ruined.
Go get him, champ.
All right, so y'all are out there.
I just wait for Sloan to come back
You're
out.
gonna wait for Solon to come back out.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have to. Well, wait for either of them, whichever happens first.
Okay, well he's way ahead of us. He was going towards the jeweler, and I would say now you have arrived at the jeweler.
You still need a
at the end of
mask.
this,
All right, so yeah, Gwen walks in, smile ear to ear, walks straight up to the counter. Is the guy there? Or is the owner there? Or I guess anybody.
It's the end of the day. No, the guy is not there. What you see is An old female human.
Okay. Does it look like they're like she was cleaning up to her clothes or anything?
No, she's standing there and at her position. Looks like a statue. She is not moving.
So Gwen walks right up to the counter, maintains eye contact, pulls out a notebook, writes crystal eye, question mark, and then under it, blue pupil, and then underlines blue, and then turns it around and just taps it. Just maintains eye contact and is just smiling.
The only thing that you see that moves is she watches you write this with just her eyes, and she doesn't move her face. And you seem to recognize like someone who knows discretion if the situation seems to demand it. All right. So you're asking her. Can you tell me more about the mechanics of what you're asking her to make for you?
It's
Just a jewel, right? For until you do something.
Yeah, I need. And basically, I'm looking for a crystal or glass eye worth 50 gold pieces or more.
Okay. So she after she's done reading it, she looks at you and then gives a slight nod of approval. And then that seems to be it.
Okay. Under it, I write cost question mark and then time question mark. And under time, I underline it 3 times, like I'm in a hurried way, and then just point back to the 2.
So she, without really moving and kind of just looking at you naturally, she taps her hand open on the counter, and then taps it closed on the counter.
Okay, so is this a type of like thieves' cant type deal?
Possibly.
That's criminal contact.
It is definitely.
I mean, do I know what it? Can I
You can
assume what that means or figure out what that means?
I mean, you could probably write on the paper what you're assuming it means, and then she'll respond with.
All right, so she put her
Something.
hand straight down and then.
And then she had her hand open with all fingers splayed, put on and hit the table, and then had her fist close and hit the table again.
Gwen cocks his head to the side a little bit, like an over exaggeration, and then just rewrites it, and then just taps both the question marks by both, and then slides it over.
She goes behind the counter, pulls out her own quill and inkwell, and then dips it, and then writes out 50.
Gwen nods and then writes a 2, and then points to both of his eyes.
100.
Gwen smiles and then, continues to smile, and then just taps the time. And taps the blue again.
1D is what she writes.
Gwen nods. Smiles. Closes it.
All right.
And leaves.
And she just like barely moves and just watches you leave.
All right. So I meet up with the rest of the group.
Yeah, well, I guess we were waiting on. Someone.
You're still waiting.
What are we gonna
Okay,
do?
so it's been like
I'm trying
40
to get his mojo back.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I let as Gwendolyn walks by. I'm like,
No, Norm goes and lights the bat signal.
What does that look like, Norm?
You absorb a bat and then just stand over a bonfire.
And it's just freaking out the whole time it's in there.
It's like flapping back.
I kind of let everybody know what's happening with Solon, that he's getting his mojo back.
My mojo.
Well, good for him.
The only thing that I'm a little bit confused about is as I was walking out, that little girl walked in, and he hasn't stopped. That's the only thing that's a little bit concerning. I mean, they could have just told her to leave, but I really hope he told her to leave.
Wow.
Oh, fellas, I'm running. Let's see. I have 10 gold. Do y'all have 10 gold you can go ahead and give me? I want to put a 20 gold down payment on 2 eyes I'm never gonna buy, so that I can have them expedited until the morning. Because the timetable she gave me was 1 day, but it'll still be helpful, but it'll be after the
I
fact.
have 10 gold and 50 silver.
That's perfect.
Go ahead.
10 works. 10 works. That'll put me at 25. That'll be half of 1, so that should be plenty to get it expedited, I would think.
So Norm like deposits his gold onto the ground from when
Holy
they
shit, I'll
originally
just buy
got it.
them. Well, golly gee, wiggle my ears and tickle my toes. So yeah, I'll take 100. I'll take.
It's just all of the money that Norm has gathered as he's
All the
just
stuff
been
that was
rolling
like
through
thrown
the
onto the
street.
stage.
Yeah,
all
I'll
the
take
stuff that's on the
I'll take
street.
125. Is
Move
that all
into
right
the-
with you? Is that all right with you, buddy?
Sure. I've just been kind of a rolling bank, as it were.
All right. Well, while Solon fucks his way to the top, I'll write down morning ? Go back to the store, put the bag down on top of the page, covering up all the words except for the word morning.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
A smile, rip the page up, eat it in front of her, and then turn
You
around
see
and
her,
walk
her
out.
eyes slightly twitch. And then you walk out. All right.
You still need a mask.
You still need a mask. What are you going to do to solve that dilemma? You have your fur cloak.
Yeah.
Do you wear it?
Not yet.
Okay,
No,
so
because
you're
I'm
just
still
holding it?
filthy. Yeah, I'm still gross.
She didn't give you a bag or anything, so it's
Yeah,
just,
no,
just
I'm just
holding
holding it in my
Okay.
arms. I say, well, the last thing I need is a mask to. And I think what would be even better than something fancy is something that is quite plain to show. Like I have nice things, but as a Lord of Waterdeep, it's not needed. What do y'all think?
So are you wanting the mask?
Yeah, I think a mask would be needed.
So
Just something we have.
my thoughts on the easiest way to be a sneaky snake in this manner. Jewelers especially, look at jewels. If you get one really expensive ring under that robe, and make sure to discreetly just pop it out a little bit so they get a glance on it, that's what they're going to look at. Jeweler doesn't give a shit what you're wearing as long as you're wearing the right shiny things.
It's all about the bling.
If you were trying to rob a baker, you'd go in with some nice, tasty sweet treats.
Well, I guess that we have to steal another ring real quickly. A ring and a mask.
Oh, my little bun friend, I'm sure stealing rings is the easiest thing in the world for you.
That's sort of. I look around for rings.
So, from your experience,
Yeah.
I would say that you would know that to find good rings, you got to go where the good money is,
Yeah.
which is not here.
Yeah.
This is very like average money.
Yeah. I was like, well, let's go near the city hall. I bet you that somewhere in that area that there's going to be high-end something.
I think that's a great idea, and then we can find a place to hunker down for the night.
Well, and then also before we, go, we can see if our friend left, because I think he'd be more than accommodating. Let us stay at his house.
Your friend. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So y'all are walking back. I'm guessing you're following Jonu, and
Yep.
okay, and y'all.
And if we see any mask stores on the way or any
Anything that is needed.
spirit Halloweens or anything like that.
As you're walking back, actually, as you're walking towards the town square, you're turning down the main road, and you're one of the last stores that you see seems to be for headwear,
Okay.
and that seems to be the best.
Option.
You don't see anything through the window that might be suiting your needs,
But
but
you see if it's open.
okay, it's still open. But you do see someone roaming around inside, looking like they're cleaning up, getting ready to close down.
Okay. I would like to go in, sneak in.
Okay, roll stealth.
15.
Okay. So far, you go unnoticed.
I go to see if there's any masks that are high quality.
On
that
some
would
of
fit
the
me, that would fit me.
the head mannequins, you do notice different masks. They look like they're for, well, you might wear it like an opera or masquerade party.
Okay. Is there anything that would fit my face that looks?
Yeah, there's child masks. That half mask that might fit over your bunny snout, and but mainly in the half mask or just the eye coverage. Well, they look like they might fit over that part of your head, even if it doesn't match your eye holes exactly.
Yeah. How many people are in the store? Just the one person cleaning?
Yeah, just the one person running around. That's it so far.
Do I see anybody else in there? I go to find the nicest mask that fits my face.
Okay. As you climb up, the guy finally turns towards the direction that you're now wandering in. He's like, excuse me, sorry, but we're about to close actually.
Oh, well, I'll be real quick. I just need this mask up here.
All right. If you really know what you want, sure, we'll get you checked out. Here, let me grab it real quick. And
I appreciate it. Thank you.
he goes up and grabs the mask, and comes back down, and then goes up over to the counter, and says, "Okay, that'll be 100 gold pieces. Please take them."
Sorry. Well, I'm new to the city, actually.
Mother. If you're going to rob me, just come at night, why don't you? And just throws it at you and like.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. Sounds good.
Could have just asked the jeweler for the opal.
I'm new to the city. Give me your opal. And I go, I promise as soon as I get money, I will come back to the establishment and pay for it.
You see his demeanor change, and we'll be glad to have your service.
Appreciate it. I don't want to, come in and take things that are unwarranted, but I do want to be able to set myself into a good state of place as I first come here. So I appreciate your help.
Thank you for your future patronage.
And what was your name, by the way?
My name's Alfred.
Oh, thank you, Alfred. And I walk out.
All right, so you walk out. You now have a mask.
What does it look like?
It's a half mask.
Okay.
So just like the eyes,
Okay.
and it doesn't fit your eye holes because it's not made for your species, but you can still kind of see through it. Your visions, your peripherals are not very well aligned to it.
Okay. Cool.
It looks like it's more made for more human-like people.
Okay.
Child,
Okay, little kid.
maybe.
Okay. Cool. Does it at least match the the blue-black robes?
Yes,
Okay.
actually, it looks like a starry night.
Nice. All right. And then I look and I was like, well, looks like I just need a really, really nice jewel because all the things I'm wearing are shat.
You look like a just starting adventure that's been gathering random equipment to put.
Complete and utter shat.
But with the jewel, with the ring, you can just say that you're trying out the local the local clothes because you just want to blend in with the locals. You don't want to bring any attention to yourself.
Well, no, I agree. This is where we want to go with it, but we do need one really nice jewel along the way.
All right, so you're going to keep your eye out for a nice
Something
piece. So you look around town square. Give me a perception check.
Man, if only there was a jewelry store.
Yeah, if only there was a jewelry
Can
store.
Norm help with his exquisite knowledge of jewels?
19.
Norm can help with his exquisite knowledge, Jules, because he does know.
I can, and
I could use some help, Norm.
But
Is it-
he's already proficient in perception, so it would just be redundant to use his jeweler's kit.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But if Norm wants to help look and tell about quality, then
yeah,
definitely
once I'm in there, yeah.
Yeah, we're 19 for perception.
okay, 19 perception. Yeah, you look around and you do see a rather dandy-looking gentleman coming out of the town hall.
So he's a bigger gentleman, or
I mean, he's a dwarf,
a dwarf? Okay.
but he's very dandy-looking,
Okay.
very very foppish.
I look at Norm and kind of like point over to the direction of the dwarf and be like, eh?
So you look at the dwarf, Norm.
Yeah, I try to suss out what he's wearing as far as like jewelry.
Every finger has a ring on it. Some of them seem like they're costume pieces. Others seem like they're the real deal.
How much time do I have?
You're just giving me a quick glance. I'd say, so give me your perception check, and we'll see if you can judge and point out which one's the correct.
13 on the perception check.
In total.
But yeah, total.
All right.
Do you
Give me the
you
coin.
want me to
Give
add?
the coin.
Do what?
We're gonna-
He's gonna flip a coin.
You've
for
earned
you.
yourself a 50-50 chance of you actually picking the. So we'll say heads that he picks correctly. Tails. Okay. So Norm, you point out, like, surprisingly it looks a lot like the diamond that you saw in the store, but like a smaller version. And it's like this big, huge statement piece that's on his pinky, and you just point out and you're like, that one.
I'm like, all right, and I walk up, try to
Roll
stealth.
sleight of hand.
Can I help him with a distraction?
Yeah.
So Norm's just gonna roll right up in front of this dude and kind of like bounce and then
Suck his hand.
try to like turn into the dwarf like physical shape wise. Just like from out of nowhere, just do this. Just like
Right, so
da-da-da-da-da-da.
roll with advantage.
Okay.
You just hear the dwarf exclaim, "Oh my!"
18 plus 5, 19.
Okay, so 19. He has one hand up and towards his mouth, but the other one is far behind him in a very exaggerated exasperation expression.
Well, I'll take the one that I was told to take.
All right, so you
but
take-
I'm greedy, so I'm
Okay.
taking everything off that hand.
The man weighs 5 pounds less now.
Okay, you take everything off his hand, and then what do you do?
Because I'm carrying like robes and stuff, I kind of like bump into him, like, oh, what is that thing right there in front of you? Oh, disgusting! Did that come out of you? Because it kind of looks like him.
Why, I never.
Oh, it wasn't you. I apologize. Wait, what's that over there? I kind of.
What's going on today?
I don't know. Is that a dragon?
He doesn't believe that there's a dragon over there, but he does look in the direction to see what could possibly be going on. And what do you do?
I go the other direction.
Okay, are you walking? Are you running?
Oh, I dip quick.
Okay,
I use my bunny hop dip.
As you're leaving, you said, where do my rings go?
He's
last
looking at
thing
Norm.
you hear.
Yeah, he's looking at Norm.
Is he looking at me?
No, he does not think that it could be you. I think he thinks like he's half imagining you. Like you're this strange entity, and it doesn't seem to be the first time that he's imagined such strangeness in his life. So, what do you do, Norm?
I could try to continue distracting him, like get his attention back, like just trying to throw him off again. I try to do the dance that I was trying to do when we first started, when I was still hanging out with them.
Oh my!
And it's like, but in his form, like just being as strange as humanly possible.
All right, so I would say in order to fit, you use your one glove that you have left to try to match like his burly hands.
On my left hand.
Okay. All right, and the other one is like trying to maintain a hand form, and it's just really failing it. It looks really strange, and yeah, I would say that you're successfully imitating him. You're doing the dance, and he's just looking at you like, still wondering if you're real or not, and like he starts extending a hand out to touch you. What do you do? Do you accept his hand?
Take the other rings.
It's the hand that's missing the rings, because he was just looking at his hand, astounded that they were missing.
I slap his hand down and walk away and say, "You can look, but you can't touch."
And he starts like just blushing bright red as a really handsome, transparent creature just slaps his hand away and walks.
and struts off.
All right, y'all successfully stole 5 rings.
Something's got to work.
and somebody has a new kink they didn't know.
I think he knew he loved himself just fine.
All right, so I look at him like, oh, it looks like I got everything. I kind of meet up with everybody else.
You just created Narcissus.
Except the pool moved back into him.
All right, that took a little longer than expected. I apologize, but let us get moving on the task at hand. Let's go find a place to rest. I actually hand the rings to Norm to see if he can actually see which ones with more time is.
Well, without even looking, Norm sets aside the one that he already identified as fantastic for you. But then, what do the other ones tell you? Norm, do a roll.
So intelligence on this one, or
Yeah.
+2.
It'll be intelligence plus your proficiency. Because you're now inspecting the jewels.
that is a 16 total.
All right. So you pick out one more that looks like it's pretty good. It's a red ruby. It's not too big, but it similar to what you would have like as like a class ring, but you're pretty sure it's a real ruby.
Fantastic.
I think the ruby one is the one I was going to wear because it's kind of like the opposite of blue, so it stands out. That dark, I have the dark blue colors with everything in that.
So you can pull out your cloak and do a little flash, like
Yeah, when I need. Yeah. Does it fit any of my fingers?
your thumb.
Okay.
Ooh, thumb ring. Big move.
Is there any way to like it? Because he's proficient with jeweler's kit. Is there any way he can overnight smolder a insignia over the ring?
Norm can try. He is proficient in the kit, so he has the tools to do so.
I will give
Sorry,
you
then-
guidance.
And I will give you bardic inspiration to do so.
Okay. I said because it's just something that I have time to actually do. Yeah.
You have a night.
Yeah. What do
Sorry,
you
not
want?
guidance, bless.
So, what is your plan for this? Are you gonna work through the night on it to make sure it gets done?
Yeah, as I, God's honest truth, I don't really need a long rest, because I can, as long as I can get a short rest in and like get a little bit of time, I should be fine. But yeah,
Okay. So, give me a roll with dexterity and your jeweler's kit
so dex roll plus
plus jeweler's.
bonus.
Mhm.
I don't fucking need it. That's 12 total.
Use a different dice.
You have Bardic Inspirations at D6.
Bargain inspiration, and you have bless on you. So D6 and a D4.
DC. All right, so that makes a 22 total.
All right. Yeah. So 22. You get it done in about 2.5 hours, and you know it looks pretty good. Like, it's not the best you've seen, but it's nice. I'll let you describe the insignia you create for it.
So I would have asked, like, any history with Waterdeep and any way I could tie his, like, heritage, for lack of it, pardon the pun, into it, to try to interweave those things. Any kind of like crests that I could tweak slightly to make more like to more fit him and his persona.
Well, I would just ask to do the Neverwinter symbol on there, which is just the eye, which is the Oracle of Tyr.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do that. That's not too complex of a design either. So I'd say it's a good quality.
Yay!
Yeah, you have enough time to even get a long rest.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Right. Right, so y'all look for a place to stay.
Yeah, we pretty much look for a place to stay.
All right. Well, y'all wake up the next day, and it is, let's say, about 6 in the morning. You'll have a few hours before you probably think that was the time that you were supposed to meet the shop owner, because you think around 9 or so is when the store's open.
All right, well, then first thing in the morning, I wake up and take a nice clean bath and get dressed for the party.
So you go to the bathhouse,
Yeah.
and you pay for the bathhouse.
Yes, I have.
It's 2 silver. It's not
Okay.
too big
Well,
a deal.
now I have 48 silver total plus $300 gold in the room. How much did the mask and the ruby ring cost, by the way?
It was free for you.
Well, yeah. What is it?
The
Probably
mask was
appraised at-
100 gold pieces, and the ring you have no idea.
Okay.
Could no, I don't know that I could. Because if I've got the jeweler's proficiency, would I be able to actually suss out how much those are worth?
All five.
The jewels. So
Like what rings he got?
the ring that you got, you were able to suss out that it was a real ruby, and it was a decent cut. Like the cut seemed fine, everything. So you would say it's a good high quality ruby, and that's the best
Okay.
you get.
Okay.
The setting, it's set into the jewelry well. Jewelry seems of okay quality. You're not you're not really that keen with like metalwork, but the jewel setting and everything looks pretty well done. Something that would be like a great quality of you and a great accomplishment if you were able to do yourself.
Yeah, and I let Norm keep all the rest of the rings. Like, I just need that one ruby ring. So yeah, you can put it in his amorphous blob and
Just stash it in his morph pouch.
Which means that you get the diamond ring that you think is
really nice.
really nice.
Turns out
It's
it's
a
a really nice diamond ring and it's worth like
It's a
$2,000.
beautiful rhinestone.
But okay, so you go to the bathhouse. You come out clean. You look good. You put on your outfit right away, or do you go and wait till you get towards the?
I'll wait till we get closer.
Okay.
So let me go in first.
Yeah, do your thing.
Is everyone heading towards the?
Yeah, I'm all together.
All right. So you go to the jeweler.
So
and
I'm gonna go in first, do my thing.
you,
Totally.
you
separate.
go in first, and I'm guessing you're going and starting to put on your outfit.
Yeah,
and everything.
I
And then Norm will have to roll again. Was it? Do we say strength or dexterity? Either way.
Are y'all going in too?
No, he said.
Well, he can't lose his pawn.
Yeah. Are y'all going in?
Well, I think we would have to, right?
Yeah.
with I didn't know. But you're not going in.
No, I'm
No,
going
no,
in
no.
with
I'll wait till he goes because I want to
Basil.
talk to him real quick before I go in.
All right. So, I mean, let's wait till Wyron gets out, unless you want to be in
Who's
his.
Wyron?
Gosh, dang it. We'll wait. My apologies. We'll wait till Gwen comes back out.
Okay.
And
Has Sloan ever,
unless he wants to hold on to you until
No, that's not
Yeah.
needed.
has Sloan even showed back?
no, he has not.
I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. I swear, if he's still going on, this is.
Like I'm befuddled right now.
I think everybody's like a little bit worried about him.
I'm not. I'm like,
Gwen's not. He's proud.
this is some no.
Then in the far distance, you hear a dragonborn scream.
Old man has another heart attack because there's a dragon. I'm kidding. But anyway, so you go into the store yourself, and you see the not the woman that you were dealing with, but an older gentleman.
All right. Same thing. I walk straight up to like where his belly or chest, wherever it's at, is touching him, like the counter, and then opens his notebook and writes eyes, and then makes a smiley face next to it.
He nods towards you, turns around, and not turns around, but goes under the counter at him, and then pulls them out and presents them on a pillow to you.
All right. I would like to inspect both to see, because I don't give a shit about what they're like. I'm looking for any faults in either of them. So is that medicine?
No. No, not at all.
That was a stretch. That was even worse than Zach's.
Can I say perception?
Yeah, it's just perception
All right,
for
so
you.
that's 12.
Okay. They seem beautiful to you, like they're sparkling to you, and like they seem like very pretty gems. You would seem to really decorate yourself more with things that come from the humanoid body than jewels themselves. So you're not really used to.
Yeah, I'm really good at like
deciphering quality.
fillings.
Yeah,
But all right,
but
so
this seems like there's like you don't see any cracks that you're used to seeing in bones in these diamonds or anything. So.
all right, I'll start to raise my hand up, and then like I caught myself doing something, I turn it down and write magic ? And then tap it, and then like I'll point to myself, and then motion toward me, and then like I'll point to myself and then motion towards the eyes, and then just wiggle my fingers like I'm casting a spell. And I just write more light.
He looks at you and wrinkles his his fingers together, seemingly to say money first.
Well, I paid yesterday. So I look at him and then kind of squint and then write in slow and big numbers 1, 2, 5. Turn it around and point to it.
And then he looks at you and says, and just kind of waves his hand, and as if like you can keep going.
I'll just do dancing lights,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna hold the pillow up like really steady, so both of the eyes are directly in front of mine, and then make the dancing lights. So I'm gonna create 4 glowing balls of light, and I'm gonna have them circle the eyes like really, really fast. It's not gonna do anything, but
But it looks cool.
yeah, like I'm going for the lights like shining through it, like I'm looking at different angles to see
All right, give me a performance.
like the brilliance and shit like that. With advantage.
We're reaching today.
Why am I the one getting all these questions?
Performance is 7.
We're doing great, guys.
He kind of looks at you like wondering what you're trying to accomplish here.
I'm gonna roll insight. 15
On him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So at 15, he seems like he doesn't know what you're doing or why you're doing it.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, I do that for another second or two, and then I stop it. I put it down. I pick one up, and then I look at it, look at him, cross out the 125, write 75 for expediency. May return for second.
He looks at you quizzically again, and just like pulls out his own pen, writes something down, and says, "You already paid."
I write -50. And then ooh. All right, he's going to cross out the -50. And then he'll say, "We'll keep to present. You hold money and second. May return for 50 refund."
Roll persuasion.
Oh. 18.
All right, 18. He turns back and he nods.
I write down, I tear that sheet out, and then on the next one, I write, "Good business, nice bag." And then I underline nice, and then I underline it again, and I underline it again. Or I say, right, nice box. Sorry.
Okay. He has no idea what you're trying to say to him.
And then I motion putting the eye into a box.
Oh.
And then, like, I'm presenting it to somebody.
Okay.
And then
He
I'm
doesn't
holding
have
up. I point to that, and then I'm holding up both eyes, and I turn around, and I'm looking at them.
He doesn't have any nice boxes.
Well, he can. I don't know what he's gonna give me, but once I tapped on that, I just turned around. So now I'm ignoring him and just looking through both of the things.
Okay, so he pulls out the wooden box that he puts everything in. It has nice padding inside, and then kind of looks to you quizzically, pushes it towards you.
Gwen pushes it back and just writes, "Nothing you have up front will be good enough. Presentation is everything." And then I underline presentation as everything. And then I make the same money symbol he did with his fingers.
I'm gonna be frank with you. I have no idea what you are trying to tell me.
Gwen sighs, puts one of the eyes down, and writes, "It doesn't matter how good the goods are, or how fine the goods are." Or no, he writes, "It doesn't matter how delicious the meal is. If it's served on a cow pie."
I would recommend going to a box store for a box.
He puts the eye down. He puts one of the eyes down and then kind of like hovers with the second one. And he goes, he just writes down, "Not more errands. Need good presentation."
Look, sir, we don't make the boxes here. We order just the bare boxes to give to the customers. Usually, the customers buy their own boxes to then present their gifts. We are not wood carvers here, nor metal smiths. We are a jeweler.
Fuck. Gwen doesn't know what to do.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I want to get him the fuck out of there for like 5 seconds.
Well, you already paid, so you're allowed to leave.
Yeah, but I want
he
to
wants
get
to
him
be
out
the
of there
old
so I can
man.
cast a spell on one of the eyes for like 1 second without him looking at me doing it. And I really don't want to start shit in here. You know what? I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm going to cast my fucking spell on it
If you
because he
want.
already said I can cast magic. So I'm gonna cast it, and then I'm going to. So I'm gonna cast Crystalline Eye, and then I'm going to. I'll cast just Dancing Lights again, but immediately around it. And
You should still have the lights out because they stay out for.
I dropped them.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just do that shit.
All right. So
Yeah, I'll do that and just hope he doesn't. I mean, it's a really random ass spell, but
all right.
I'll do that, and then I'll cast the lights, and then just for a second, not spinning them, just around it, and then I just.
It doesn't
shake-
cause
I
any
just-
changes, right, to the gem or anything?
No.
Yep. Okay.
And then I just throw my hands up like I give up, and I just take the box, put the eye that I didn't cast a spell on in the box, turn and walk out.
Thank you for your business.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you walked out, and next we'll have y'all do your plan. But I believe that's a good time to end this episode, and we'll start the full heist hijinks next time on
The heist will really happen.
for DMs.
I was joking about a
And
shopping episode. just kidding. We did it.